after we informed him about the rogue faction?
DM, I assume I have no idea, right? It's not dated.
Okay.
Nope. It's not.
Okay, that's fair.
If it was dated, I would have dated the Word file.
We
obviously.
What's
did
on the Word file you see on the note.
Okay.
We did
I say
insight.
that it wasn't dated.
we did insight check when we were talking to him.
Yes, we did.
And
Yeah.
we were pretty sure that he
We
wasn't
did
lying.
insight check. Did you see it?
Like, was like, yeah, we rolled a few dice.
Yeah. So
I'm
Roy, what
pretty
was that?
sure.
Just as an out of character note to everyone, we did insight
No,
check.
would you guys please then for this conversation stay in character first because this makes it really confusing.
Yes, please do.
Just in character and then
Much
we can
more fun.
discuss after.
He also thinks that the blacksmiths are probably still in the city. And he will try whatever he can to find them. Of the goblin, the hobgoblin, he says that he very factly speaks about the goblin having been able to raid caravans outside the city. From what I can tell, they're working for the same guy, the hobgoblin and Uriel.
Say that again. Sorry. What was that one?
From what
Uriel
I
and-
can tell, the hobgoblin and Uriel are working for the same person, though I can't be 100% sure. Actually, reading my notes further, I go on, wait, no, that can't be. Or can it? I'm not sure about that. Damn this note.
So let me get this straight. Uriel is working for a master he doesn't name, which
Yes.
isn't the Baron then, most likely.
I think so.
He has troubles within his own ranks with the rogue fact
Yes.
part. And he may or may not be working together with Goblin. Or
I am not
rogue,
sure.
maybe the rogue part is working together
Maybe.
with the Hobgoblin.
I am not sure. He thinks that the rogue faction also wants the Baron dead. And make Nevermore fall into chaos or something like that. That's how it sounded like. And he says that that may not interfere with the intention of his master, though. Which makes it clear that his master is not the Baron.
And that kind of looks even more. She looks. How do you describe that? She's literally holding her breath as Johanni says that.
Johanni goes on.
In shock, not in
completely oblivious.
suspense.
I mean, if you guys want to interrupt, just let me know. But otherwise, Johanni just goes on, right? Because she's concentrating on the note, completely oblivious to you guys. She goes on. He's very adamant that he will find the blacksmith and that he will capture the people in that rogue faction, and that the punishment will be severe. He also mentions us, so this letter cannot be very old. He mentions that we are sent by the Baron to protect Nevermora. And then he speaks to his master about the Baron, which is pretty clear that the Baron is not the master.
Does it say in any way that he described us to his master, though?
He doesn't say a lot. He just says a group of adventurers. I don't know if I have exactly this information right out of character, but there was no description.
No,
You
but
have
as you
the
say
note.
that, Anna exhales
Right.
audibly.
He also knows that the Baron is preparing to defend against the Hobgoblin. And and that we have been to Elan. He knows that as well. He knows that we have that sword. She points at your green fancy sword. And that we are searching for the blacksmith, of course. He further says that he will help us, since our goals, finding blacksmiths, I assume, are aligned.
Help us, the group.
Yes, he says he will aid us in finding the blacksmiths.
Yeah, we have a common goal, Uriel and
Yes.
us.
However, he also says that we might become a problem in the future.
Well, I imagine so if he's working with this unnamed master.
And I
And
mean, we
that's-
kind of broke into his office.
Well, he didn't
It's-
know that when he was
Small
writing the letter.
problem. Well, I mean, his foresight was pretty good.
And lastly, he asks for further instructions from his master and how, specifically how to deal with us. And possibly of note, he ends the letter with your humble servant.
And at this point kind of gets up very slowly and removes herself from the group. And now, like, you can see it if your insights enough to your discretion that she is upset, and she kind of walks outside for a bit. She's going for a breath of air. Hood stays on the table.
Juhani goes on to say, I also found, like, looking after you, but not getting there because no insight. She goes on, I also found another couple of documents. One stating the budget and who was paid, how much. I also found a couple of familiar names like Jonathan on that list, but didn't get to copy that. And I also found some information about recent arrivals of the Red Shields. If that becomes relevant, then I can share that with you.
So
I
at
have
this
a
point,
question.
Harkon, engrossed in what Juhani was saying, notices that Anna's left, and so he kind of leaves just to check on her, to see what she's all right.
And Juhani lastly says further Red Fist, Red Shield, and makes like a notice, like 2 things, what's the difference?
The character knows that just walked out.
Indeed. Indeed.
Sorry.
And I didn't say that very loudly either now.
Well, I'm outside, so.
Oh, outside even, wow. Okay.
I'll be back though.
I have a question though. You say that Uriel wrote that to the master,
Yes.
but I assume you're not gonna write a letter twice. What was it still doing there?
I do not know, it was hidden behind a bookshelf.
That's weird.
This is not the letter. Holds up like a piece of paper. I put the letter back where I found it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I understand, but if you write a letter, you usually just send it off.
Juhani shrugs.
You don't keep it around in
Signatures.
a bookshelf. Or am I just stupid? Well, wait, I might be.
I don't write many letters, but that sounds reasonable.
It's possible they were waiting for a good time. I mean, the
Postman might have been
Hobgoblin
coming.
is possibly intercepting caravans and things of the like. I mean, maybe they were just waiting for a good time to send it off.
But in a bookshelf?
Everyone knows how much people of this town fear books. Last place I would look.
Oh wow. Shani smirks at that. Remembering a certain episode. Man.
Oh man.
Juhani notices that two of us have left the room. But that's not really helping. Do you guys want to roleplay something outside before anybody joins, or?
Oh, we are.
Oh,
You
Oh,
evil
wow.
bastards.
But
Role-playing
this takes
outside the
longer than the
street.
roleplay bit, so I think we are at this point come back in and we'll just. sort
Oh,
this
you're
out.
coming back in already, okay.
Well, yeah, we kind of type a lot slower than what happens in the game time, I think. I don't know.
Right.
I'm looking at playthrough, but I can't really.
But for some reason, they're really scared to roleplay their interpersonal thing on the.
It has to do with something that my character is hiding from everyone so far, even mostly from Harkon, but a little bit less.
Yeah, I don't run around naked either. Oh, that's not a problem.
Oh no!
I don't think Anna runs around naked because it takes her an hour to put on and off her armor. So, that
So
would take
way too much effort. I'm not going there. No.
Oh, I thought they're like
Harkon
special
on the other
straps
end.
for the purpose or something. I don't know.
Harkon only takes half an hour. He takes
Yeah.
half an hour.
I'm always naked.
Just so you know, Hood starts pecking at the notes if you're still holding them up.
I'm not like, yeah, I'm pulling them away.
Strutting over the
And
table.
I'm continuing to like look at them and be a bit confused.
Well, the owl's not giving up. He's pecking at the notes.
Then I
He
go
does-
like, I wave it away.
Hey.
Okay, that guy's kind of flies over all Melgar's shoulder and puffs its feathers. Like, he's just pecking at Hood.
The giant pecks as the bird. That's pecking at the pig.
Well, that was a fail. So
They're pecking
Oh.
at each other.
yeah, Melga's pecking at Hood.
Oh gosh. So the two of you are fighting basically.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Hood uses peck. It's super effective.
All right.
Well then.
So from here, you said that our other two party members have once again joined us inside. Yes. Hakan and Anna back inside.
Juhani is still looking at the note in a puzzled way. It's extremely puzzled.
Should we take this to the Baron?
That would take a lot of time. The Baron is it's a 5-day journey,
I don't know.
something like
Paul
that.
has all the journey times.
It's 6 days.
There you
6 days.
go.
As Hood flies back on Anna's shoulder, Anna says, well, wouldn't we? I mean, I know not supposed to let the Uriel know that we know this, but should we, as a group, try to join the Red Shield in the search for the blacksmiths, as he is going to help us with that?
Yes.
We have to be careful in case they did recognize me.
Well, we'll know.
I would
we'll
I would
notice
say that
soon
the
enough.
at least sorry, I'm looking at the Skype names and trying to remember it doesn't help. At least Anna and Hakan
Amalka.
should go because they had decided earlier they had
Yeah.
talked to
We
in
can
front of
ask
him
if
about
you
it.
guys can join as well.
I will join too.
There is still the option. I mean, you would be helping him in finding this rogue faction, which obviously now we know that he is taking seriously the search for. But there's still the option that Juhani and I attempt to find this faction from an outside perspective, because they would be looking to stay away from the Red Shield, especially. If a rogue faction of the Red Shield, you would expect them to be wary of other Red Shields. So maybe as an outside perspective, we would have an easier time.
I don't know. That's a big maybe. And
That's
we
a
can't
big-
help each other if we're that far apart.
That goes way beyond Malga's head.
Sorry, Malcolm.
Is that in character?
Oh yeah.
First person, wow. You're just stepping to the side, you're like, nope, didn't get that.
You should see Melga's intelligence score.
Look at it this way: the Red Shields will not expect the ones sneaking around in their tower to actually join them the next day, so they won't really search for you that way. And also, maybe if you join the Red Shield and then try to become part of the rogue faction from within, that might still work.
Akon nods his head. Sounds like
Well, that would be your part of things. Like I said, I don't think it's
I cannot
Would be
join
smart
this
to-
rogue faction part of the Red Shield. I'm sorry. Joining the Red Shield is already stretching my limits.
I'm just saying it would be better to go at this from multiple angles. It doesn't mean that we still can't help each other. But that's my input.
And what do you plan to do from the outside angle?
I look at Juhani and say I'm sure that we can figure something out. At least some bit of information. Pooling our resources together would
Well, because actually, quite honestly, I just want to find the blacksmiths and get the hell out. Especially because Uriel already thinks we could be a problem in future. And we don't want to push that. And
once we've outlived our usefulness, how long until he changes? Because he is obviously working with this benefactor we don't know of, and he doesn't have good intentions.
And it does not sound like he would give up the blacksmiths to us.
No. We can, if we worked out with the Red Shields, we might be able to get to the blacksmiths while Uriel thinks that we're going to help him, and then make off with them, so to speak. But we have to remember he's also, I don't think he's a good guy at all.
that's why I'm saying he'll probably have a closer eye, more eyes on the part of the party that joins the Red Shield.
exactly,
he
that
said
is
in-
kind of why we need you two, to be honest. I have
he
no
says he-
illusions about my abilities to lie.
In
Just
his
to be
letter,
fair.
or notes that Juhani brought back, he said that he wants to offer us aid. And I think that means that maybe tomorrow, when we join, if we join as a bigger group, he'll want to aid us, and he might even put us into areas quicker than that we wouldn't have normally got into if we were just normal people joining. We're obviously of some note because he's made references to us. So
if
maybe
he-
he thinks
If he wants the blacksmiths for himself, then he would
that's why if we can gain
also
his
keep
trust.
you away from him.
But if we gain his trust, he might put us in charge of actually searching for them, and then we can use that to our advantage. If we're the ones sent to search for the blacksmiths, then
We
when we find
actually,
the
when
blacksmith-
we find the blacksmiths, like Arkon says, we actually will need your particular skills for spiriting them away.
I'm not saying we have to split up completely, but I still think it would be beneficial for you three, Akon, Anna, and Melgar to join, and then Juhani and I to stay as kind of an assisting role.
You would be
But
more
that's-
assisting if you were
that's-
with us, I think, because my reasoning is if Uriel asks us something really, really, really awful to do, I'm not sure I could do it, and I don't think I can lie my way out of it.
Roy, on the other
Um,
hand,
Should we put it up to a vote, or how are the non-speaking parties feeling about this? Looking at Hakan, Melgar, and Juhani.
as I've stated, I think we should all go as a group tomorrow.
Malka looks
I-
utterly confused.
Juhani says, I'll do what you decide, but I do feel uneasy about them recognizing me.
But
They've already. Sorry.
that's the thing, right? They don't expect the thief that tried to break in to join them the next day, would they? But, well, you know, we three walk in, we ask, and if he actually knows we're together as a group. We came in that way, so he goes, yeah, it's all fine, you guys want to join, but you know, that friend of yours that was breaking in here this night, then we know he recognized you. And if he doesn't say that, he probably didn't recognize you.
But I can't join you if I'm not there. I can't join them if I'm not there with you.
But we'll ask, are they allowed to join as well? We are a group.
Well, they
Then
did
hear
say
what
that
Juriel has to
anybody
say.
that wanted to join just show up.
Yeah, but
Why don't
that's
we
the
just-
risk here. Then if they did recognize Juhani, that's where she's afraid of. But
Well,
if
the
we
risk
go in,
is they already know that Johanni's with us. If they recognise Johanna, then us walking in there joining is a risk anyway.
I
yes,
think it would be quite suspicious if you asked without me there and then whistled for me.
well,
So
it
I
was
should
just
just come with you then.
I agree.
And I will make sure to look different in the morning.
different than Reptile in white. I did see your
Indeed.
disguise. You were already looking different than that.
Melgar is much larger than you. I don't think they will think it was Melgar.
Just make sure you don't have those disguises on you.
Yeah.
Fair point. I take out my disguise.
Oh, also just as
Is
an
there a fireplace in our room?
Not in the room, no. The room is made of wood. It would not be smart to put a fireplace right in the room.
I'm
just as
taking
a note-
back my equipment from the dwarf, by the way. Just
Yeah,
so-
that's what I was just about to say. I give my the staff back and the various equipment that was passed
Yeah.
to me.
You shall not pass.
I take back my food and my coin.
Did you have any sausages in your rations?
There were no sausages in there now.
Oh, okay, I was just gonna say if there
They-
was.
They are now
Yeah,
gone.
I was gonna say yeah. I was gonna say if you had a few, you might notice that there's one missing.
No sausages, just boring stuff, you know. Oh man.
All right, so I guess it's settled that we all go tomorrow.
Indeed.
I don't
Let's
think
get
it's the best move, but I will defer to your judgment.
It'll be fine, Roy. And I'll pat you on the arm.
On the ass.
On the arm.
No. I was about
Get
to
it,
say
Rue.
I didn't know we were playing. I
That's
didn't know it
how
was
I
like
feel.
a football huddle. I thought it was just like a normal huddle
On the arm.
on the arm. Okay. Roy is okay with this.
Anna sighs and says, I don't want to make force you to do anything really.
I mean, if we decide as a group that that's best, then I'll go along with that. I was just trying to put my input in.
I'll like knock him encouraging with my elbow and say, "This time I've got your back." Do I have to roll to be encouraging with you?
No player versus player.
No,
roll.
he's okay with going along with it. He was just saying that he just wanted his input in before it was decided, but now it's decided, so he's okay with it. I let out an almost, what's the word I'm looking for? A
Idioms.
very stress relieving breath, like as if all the stress that I had from the whole breaking and entering thing just kind of escapes my body in one large exhale.
You don't notice Johanny having any trouble with the whole thing. So, if anybody has insight, you know. She's more puzzled about the notes.
The notes, man, the notes.
Not
Those
sure
notes,
how
man.
safe it is to have those on you either, to be honest.
Where do we put them?
I don't know.
How much is it to rent a room again? Could rent this room for a few days.
And put the notes here.
Yeah, hide them under something and.
I don't know if I would leave them here. I think it would be better to destroy them. I mean, you've distributed this information across the group, so altogether, I believe that we could reasonably remember this. Correct, DM?
In that case, in case it does become important, I did notice the name of Jonathan on one other piece of paper. And I know that he has a brother called Rickon. And they're both human. Well, one of them is human, so the other one probably is as well. Give them things.
Being brothers and all, you know.
And I found a bit of information on them that I don't quite understand. This is a list of new arrivals, she says, like waving a piece of paper. And this is pretty short, so I'm just gonna send you this so you can all look at this if you want to. I could have copied this easily. How can I send this to you guys?
I
The
think
best?
in roll 20. I can't look at anything else.
In roll 20. This is lots though. There you go. Lots of info.
Works.
Sorry about that. It's basically out of character a list of new arrivals saying where they're posted. This
Trying
is
to
only
get it
10 days
into
old.
chat there.
And it mentions a couple of people that we might know, and then some stuff that I have no idea what to do with. So I just show that to you guys in character. Especially the last part I have no idea with. So
I take note of the note.
I'm not sure that's allowed.
As a group, you can collectively remember if you want.
I'll just keep the information around.
Okay, so I look up at Anna and ask her, what's the difference between a red fist and a red shield?
Well, you definitely don't want to confuse them out loud unless you have a death wish. And they're both two different groups. And I think I have to roll a history check to know the rest.
So your character knows this, right?
Yeah, the character does. The player, however. I did know it, but I thought it was just from my origin story, so I didn't write it down.
They're basically, I'm assuming Anna shares this with the
Yes,
groups.
definitely.
I can tell you all and you will know this. Basically, they started out as the Red Fist, which was the original group. They were sellswords, mercenaries for hire for anyone who wanted to, who had the money to pay them. They would do any job from killing people to torturing people, doesn't matter, whatever. Then something happened which Anna doesn't know. So something happened, which then the leadership of Nevermora hired them as guards and redubbed them Red Shields to take away their aggressive, image of being sellswords, because they were now supposed to serve as guards. This is, this already. I mean, you already found out they are the guards, right? So they were supposed to serve as guards. So they took off they wanted to get away from the violent image of like mercenary sellsword stuff. So they redubbed them the Red Shields, as in shields protection, that sort of stuff.
They should have gone a different color, but anyways.
And that's why
Pink shields.
that's why they were the Red Fist. But